So that was the breather track. Now they've officially put shit on the floor. Megan's gonna drop her official diss. Then Nicki gonna come back with the shotgun. That's what's gonna happen. But I feel like she thinks she got a shotgun on Megan, but she don't got enough info. She used all her tea in this last song. So these next couple songs ain't gonna hit as hard. Megan got a whole arsenal on this bitch. You know, that's just my take on it.
Okay.
I think you're wrong. I think that Roman's Revenge came out, then Stupid Hoe came out. And that's
how
true.
that went?
Yeah, Roman's Revenge came out in 2010, and that was the direct shot to Kim.
right,
and then
nice.
Stupid Hoe was just like, Stupid Hoe just came out in 2012, and that was just something like, playing with you like, bitch, ha ha, still eating you up, bitch.
I'm so glad you said that because I was like, wait a minute, I'm questioning the bar.
Yeah, that confused, right?
Because wait a minute, because Stupid Hoe came out on that album, she had that yellow hair and all that shit on her face. Yeah,
You know how
I'm not even a barb. I can't stand the motherfucking bars. I can't stand Nicki Minaj. But bitch, I really, first and foremost, that Stupid Hoe track was, like he said, it was whack. It was definitely a breather, and it really didn't hit the way it hit. Because one thing that people have to understand is that when you have a lot of commercial success, when you subbing people, it's just not directed, it's not respected, honestly and truly. So when she goes to these interviews, yeah, when she go into these interviews and she not really talking that shit and really putting a name on it and all of that stuff, it's like, girl, we're not really seeing it for you. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing it for you. We really don't understand what you're saying because you're talking to all these riddles and you want all of us to understand. It's not hitting the way it need to hit. But when it comes down to now you being direct and you saying stuff, first of all, why did she say that she was dancing on minors and you got 2 different pedophiles in your life?
Who?
All right.
Her husband and who else?
You calling me like you
her brother. That she tried to get him out of jail, was paying his court stuff, rightfully so that's her brother, but still, you should disassociate yourself. You should have had somebody else paying for that, Miss Thing.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely not in her best interest to bring that up, for sure.
And then you talking about dead mamas. Your daddy just died.
He did. The first song on her album is about that.
The material is right in itself.
So my thing is, when they talk about, they're saying she was trolling, sweetie, this was not the time. Again, this was not the time to troll. It was not the time to troll.
Yeah, she should have paid it. She should have came out with a song. She really should have paid it, in my opinion. I feel like, I don't even like Nicki Minaj. I feel like
she is Nicki Minaj. She gonna come back and eat it. She gonna come back and eat Megan up.
Yeah, I feel like when you at the top. When you at the top, you should act as such. When you start saying that people are below you, they're your sons, treat them as such. You should not. And I'm not saying that I'm not comparing her to Beyonce, but I think that when you say certain things, when you make these self-proclamations about yourself, you should literally carry yourself as such. The things that Nicki Minaj does over the internet and stuff like that, it's not hip hop. I hate when people say that it's hip-hop because there are too many people that came before her that did not move the way she's moving. So that's not hip-hop. Now, what she thinks is hip-hop, that's different. That can be subjective. I can understand that. But it's not hip-hop. Try again with somebody else. You can troll and all that stuff. But, girl, if you're not really putting it in the music, we really don't have nothing to talk about. But if you want to be number one, stop looking at number two.
That's not fair because a lot of the internet.
But if you're number one, you got to stop looking at number two. When they say grand prize, you're not worried about who was second runner-up, are we?
Juicy Lips, I definitely appreciate your perspective. Thank you. Let's hear from Miss.
Love them. Going back to the comments.
Juicy said a lot of gibberish. I'm gonna start with the last thing she said.
Okay. Are you a bard?
I just like music in general. I
love it. I love it. Let's talk about it.
I like both of the diss tracks. I listen to both of them. If Nicki would have just dropped the song without tweeting it, everything she said prior, everybody would have liked the song. But for the simple fact that she put everything she said in her tweets and the record, everybody was like, we heard this, we read it already. You just put this online. Far as her, Juicy saying, oh, this is not hip-hop because she's always on the internet. Little Kim, MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, and them.
Go ahead.
When Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, and then was doing rap, they didn't have social media, so they couldn't come on social media and talk. But they went on radio stations and talked their shit. Nicki is just in a different era where she has a different platform where she could talk her shit on social media and then put it in her music. But
Okay.
Megan was smart. Megan pulled what Nicki normally do. I'm gonna do my song. I'm gonna dish you subliminally and let it play on the radio. You're gonna address me, and now I'm gonna pay you and make you look pressed. Megan did it smart.
Let's put a couple things into perspective, right? So I don't think that it was that the production. Somebody said the production. It was the production more so. Like I heard the same song on a different beat. Actually, sounded a little bit better. The beat is a Detroit beat, which is really gritty and underground. It wasn't good. The song just wasn't good. Some of the bars were cool, but I think we just need to call it what it is. It was a bad production. It didn't go with the beat. She was off beat. She was talking more so than rapping. There was a lot of things that was wrong with it, especially just the standard Nicki has. And we talk about subliminals. We got to think about who has more to lose. Megan is the Grammy nominated for Oscar performing movies. Like, who has more to lose in this situation? So you have to be very strategic in throwing these bars. Nicki can say whatever she want to say, and the bars are still going to be there. Megan doesn't have a fan base, so she has to be very mindful of what she's saying, how she's like portraying herself to the media. So we have to put that into perspective as well.
But it's the victim role. She wants to be the victim, and it's working for her.
I can't be a
That's what I feel like. But she's just beating Nicki at her own game. Throw the subs and hide your hand. All right, bye.
Thank you.
After this, we move on, y'all.
To say that too. I also meant to say that too. The energy is mad. It's misdirected as fuck. It's really Nicki's having a problem with the labels because she's the focal point of female rap and they're not making no money.
Okay.
So they're using bitches like Megan and Doja and Lotto to get into the female rap industry, and Nicki's not letting it. Now, she has a right to want to be the first mogul, but you don't have a right to try to step on the bitches coming up under you. That's why it's giving hater. And it seems confusing because your problem isn't even with these bitches. It's with these labels who are signing these bitches and you're coming at them. Keep that fight up there because you're going to look like a hater unprovoked coming at these young bitches. That's the problem.
I love that. That was an eye-opener. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Okay, so I'm clocking it. Court, you are a bar because you after everybody that don't like something or have something to say about Nicki.
Okay, one more thing. One more thing.
Court is not feeling nobody saying nothing about Nicki.
One more thing, and I'm sorry, and this is where it gets tricky because you have all these industry problems, girl. They trying to blackball you. You can't go nowhere without your husband. Blah 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 blah. But it's very interesting that you can block so many different things when it comes to other upcoming artists. When they want to collab with you, if they haven't publicly said that you are the best or the greatest, whatever the case may be, it's a problem. It's too many rules and regulations for you to be happy. It's too much. It's giving miserable, and because I'm miserable, everybody else should be miserable. And we don't need that projection. You got a problem with first of all, you need a creative director. Everybody want to be Beyonce. Everybody want to be, I can do it. I can do 50 million things with my life and my show, this and that. The concert not happening. If y'all bought y'all tickets, get your money back. Sell them tickets. It ain't happening.
Let that lady get her concert. She's going to get her concert. She's going to make her music and she's going to have her fan base.
I'm taking this because we got to really do this. I love that we having this conversation. Creative director, yes. If she don't have this concert, bitch, this would be her second time doing this because I bought tickets to the last concert with her in Future and I was very upset. So there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. Our girl needs a creative director so bad. It's just
so bad. And it's funny because I don't care for her, but she has the potential to really do damage commercially. Mm-hmm. But because there is this whole idea that you have to be in control.
Y'all, we're gonna talk about this because me and James, we gotta get into some other things, but I want y'all to know we can talk about this further on my platform. We can talk about this tomorrow night. We can talk about this tonight, actually, because I want to get into it. I really want to get into it. Nicki needs a creative director. She be, you don't know. We'll talk about it. Go ahead. Thank y'all. I enjoyed that because we gotta unpack that. That was fun. That's my stage.
All right, No, for sure. So we're gonna go right into let's talk because bitch, I wasn't paying my phone no mind at first. But you sent me a text because you have some things you need to say, you want to talk about. So let's unpack this. Friendship breakups.
Yeah. So
What is that? What is that like? Thank you. Y'all, can y'all please gift that y'all? Please gift that y'all. If you in here, you
please
enjoying this
get
live,
this. I'm
send a
damn
little
that
mini
begging,
into
hungry. I ain't got much. What's up? Show me some love. Be on the
be
thing,
what y'all telling
researching,
y'all. We
looking.
appreciate it.
But no, I felt
Friendship
like
breakups. What does that look like?
it looks like when you're trying to be a friend to somebody, like I'm not the best friend. Like I'm all about my work. I'm all about things that I'm doing. I could be selfish. I'm a Leo. My ego is present. My characteristics of a Leo, they're very true. I fight them. I battle with them. I try to like, suppress them as much as I possibly can. But my friend been disrespecting me. He ain't listening. He not showing up, not being respectful. And it's like, all right, well, I don't like the way you behaving anymore, so I gotta let you go. And first you communicate that. First you want to communicate that. You try to see if it's going to be a change. And then when you see that there's not going to be a change, it's like, okay, so do I allow you to keep walking all over me? I'm gonna be a bitch. You think I'm playing because I just give that, but I've been telling you for real, like, okay, I don't like how you showing up. I don't like how you treating me. Can we change this? So it's like I cut him off, but that shit hurt. Like it kind of hurt. I think kind of hurt worse than like a boyfriend for real. For real. And it's
Okay,
like
and
we
so
we
this
live
is
in a
just a
society.
friend.
It's just my friend. It's just my friend. And somebody said like I
Okay,
ghost
so
him, but it's like,
paint a picture for
mm-hmm.
us. Like, give me direct scenario. Like, we were supposed to go here. We supposed to do this. I
Oh,
waited.
absolutely,
I was looking
absolutely.
around. Like, give me that pain.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So we're at an age now where I feel like everything matters. So all of our experiences matter to me. I want to be able to, when we get old, like, remember that one time we did this, one time we did that? I bought us tickets to this museum, like this 3D museum. Nigga never showed up, came late. Renaissance movie come out. He ain't go to the concert. Hey, I got some tickets. Just come through. I got it. It's nothing. Just come through. Showed up half an hour late. I live in New York now, right? So I got some friends, some Russian friends. They had a get together in Central Park. Come through. It's his birthday. So I just met them and I wasn't really like trying to bring no friend over. He like, I want to go to, I want to see you. I'm like, cool. If you show up late, don't come because you always showing up late. If you show up late, don't come. Nigga came at like 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning, knock on the door. They like,
And what time was he
who's
supposed to
this?
be there?
Hey, disrespecting me, embarrassing me. Embarrassing
Oh
me.
God.
Knock on the door. They like, who's this? Mind you, they could barely speak English. You know what I'm saying? So they like, Cass is your friend. He come in, he drinking, eating. Ain't bought nothing, ain't brought a bottle, nothing. Just disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? So it was embarrassing. We also had some other issues too, just because I'm like really gay in ballroom, all that kind of stuff. But he's a person who's from the church community. So I also feel like we battle with this you think you better than me type shit. I kind of sense that a little bit, but I don't want to like get deep into that. I just sense that. I've addressed it. No, it's not like that. No, it's not like that. But bitch, I feel it though, bitch. I feel it. We've had these conversations. And so now it's like, what do I do? Other than bitch, you ain't listening, so let me let you go. I'm not well.
Oh, no, so I do know that friendship. Well, you know what? Let me not say that. I would say this. This is my advice because I've cut off people that consider to be friends at some point, right? But I didn't feel anything when I cut them off. I didn't feel like I didn't miss them. It did not hurt.
Thank
I
you,
felt like
Nikki.
basically you were not bringing me any happiness to my life. Obviously, thank y'all so much. If I was not missing you, then you brought me no happiness. So I will say this, based off of what I think and what you're saying, if it hurts, it might be worth a fight, a conversation, a really real life sit down talk about how you feel, how they've made you feel, how they've embarrassed, how they haven't shown up, all those different things. Because, like, like I said, I'm cut people off, but I felt nothing. So I'm like, girl, well, if I don't miss this bitch, if it don't hurt, if it ain't bothering me, if I don't think about her, then what? I lost nothing. Like you brought literally nothing to my life, and I think that's where I am in life in general. Me and you not speaking doesn't bring me any sort of pain because of like the happiness that you may have brought me, then you weren't conducive to me at all anyway. So I think it's
What
worth a
was hurt there,
conversation. Are you open to like?
there's more. So he's in a really tough situation, a really, really tough situation. He called me today. He's in my living room right now. And we haven't been speaking. What happened? No, he's in my living room right now. And it's like, why is you here? I told him I had to do this. So we haven't
Hey,
even,
y'all.
why you, no, look, we haven't even had the
Okay, so
we
we're gonna
haven't
start right.
even
I'm gonna
got
just throw
the,
this out there now on this topic. This is not King. This is very chaos about the situation. But I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
don't listen, y'all. Please do not key. It's not. That's the problem. Everybody thinks shit funny. Shit not sweet. Like it's not.
Oh
sweet.
no.
Oh, I'm
Let's
sorry.
say that's
I'm
that
sorry,
real shit.
Mama.
No, if your friend come up to the thing like I need you, we mind you, he was blocked. Call me an unknown number. Hello, what you want? Like stop playing with me. But he need me. He needed me, so I'm here because I'm gonna show up for my friends. Like it's a deep situation why he's here. But that doesn't mean that we're back friends. It just makes it very sticky for me to really cut it off. So I guess when we're done with this, because you said, bitch, stop smiling and laughing. It's not funny. Like I'm hurt.
I'm just gagging. This bitch is a key, bro. What is wrong? I don't think it's
like
worth the
for bitch,
conversation.
dog. I'm done. I tried to get on here.
I definitely think you should. It's very necessary to sit down. Listen, I don't like you right now. I really don't want you in my face. I don't want to breathe the same air as you right now. However, I would be allowed to say I don't care about you. Okay, and then you go into your feelings. I think that is so important. Let me ask. From Gemini to Leo. Let me ask this of you. Life is very short, right? And I'm not trying to sit here and be Pastor James right now. I'm really not. I'm really being serious. This is something I would say to you, and I would actually take the same advice. If you was to give it to me, I would be like, you know what? Let me go talk to my friend. I need you to go and understand, like, when you talk to your friend, that life is short, right? And if it hurts that you was like, you plan to cut him off, you haven't even cut him off. He right there behind you, feet away. Like, you live in New York, so I know he ain't that far.
Wanna know why?
It's working.
You said what you say?
It's working.
It was a song. And it was like, I think it said something like, it said, I gave all I could give, my love, my heart.
Hey,
you heard that song before? Beyonce green light. She'd be like, I gave all I could give, my love, my heart, and all that type of stuff. But he's in my living room because he needed me. And it just wasn't a no. It's not that. I'm mad at you. I am mad at you. I do want to cut you off, but this has to stop happening too. And so we're going to have that conversation. We come off this live, and he may be listening, but I ain't no fake bitch. I said what I said. So we're just gonna have that conversation. It still hurts. It's very real. It's very honest. I'm being so truthful because this what makes it even more tricky. You know what I mean? So you just got to go through that. The friends that I cut off and they didn't mean nothing to me, them really wasn't my girls. It really didn't. It wasn't nothing to cut them off. It's something when it means something to you. It's like, damn, but you just won't do what I want you to do, right? I see it for you, but you don't see it. What we gonna do?
Thank you, beautiful.
So that's my thing, James. I hear what you said. I appreciate it. I receive it. Thank you, black man. Is he being real this year?
He being real this year. No, basically, so Tay got this thing going on where like when she say some real shit, she say how she feels. She like, no shade, we being real this year. Like I'm not, you know.
Oh, I ain't mean to do that, Pooh.
Okay, cool.
Drop me. What?
Oh, okay. I thought she was trying to, I thought she had some things to say.
You said that you wanted to talk about unconditional love.
I did. I talked about it on Tuesday. We can revisit that conversation though. You want to revisit that?
I can't be missing my nights. I can't miss my nights.
No shade. I had to unpack it. So,
well, just okay. Briefly tell me. I don't know what's coming down on me, but I appreciate it. I would like more.
I think that's actually something you control. If you click the 3 lines and click magic, you'll figure it out from there. So okay, so basically it was nothing direct about like me saying we were sharing our feelings about how what we feel unconditional love is. So like what is unconditional love to you?
I think it's what I'm experiencing right now, and that's the problem. Too much unconditional. Even when I say no, I'm still saying yes. I think our mothers love us unconditionally. I think unconditional love is when it's forgiveness before you even create the act, right? It's before it even happens. I've already forgiven you because I'm going to love you in such a way. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that person until I get children. I want to have that for them. I feel like I can give that to my child, but to an adult, it feels like you know better. You should do better. I want you to do better. Show up for me in a different kind of way. What is it for you?
So unconditional love is exactly what it's called. It's unconditional love. It's love without conditions. And so I was like I was explaining like I feel like, and I was like open to opinions about like if it may not have been true or not, but I feel like I have loved unconditionally, right? So the thing is that I feel like is a mix up or a toss up to the whole conversation is, if I'm loving someone unconditionally, does it change the fact that it's unconditional if I feel like there's a point where I've had all I can take and I leave? And I'm specifically talking romantic relationship, even in your situation. So you see how you got into a breaking point and you left? That doesn't change. Personally, to me, it doesn't change that your love is unconditional. You just won't allow somebody to treat you like shit while you love them unconditionally. I don't think that changes the fact that it's unconditional. I also think that when you love a person unconditionally, you love everything about them and what comes along with them. In the process of that, you can still want those things to change and you still want to love them, but you're okay with them progressing as time go on. That doesn't change the fact that it's unconditional love. And I was thinking, like, because I feel like I've had somebody tell me before, no, it's not unconditional if you want these things to change. And I'm like, well, that means I don't want them to progress. Like that don't mean that means I don't want them to get better. But even though I still love them for those flaws that they may have, like I was really kind of there, like
Somebody asked a good question, and I think that's what we need to clarify.
Bad question.
That was a very fair question. Does the boundary now become a condition? And that's why I said, like, I think our mothers love us unconditionally because they don't have that. It's not, no, I want you got to be, you got to. It's, bitch, I love you. Mama, alcoholic, I love you. I'm a drug, I love you. I got a baby, I love you. It's just that.
And I gave them those. Didn't I tell y'all that situation? I told them that. A part of this was your mom and how you can love them unconditionally, but I had to set a boundary, and I told my mom when I set that boundary, if we were not going to speak again, but based off how I felt she was treating me, I would just love you from a distance.
But James, what did that look like? Because I think that's the thing. Like, you love somebody from a distance, like me, my cousins that I don't see no more. I love them, but they're not my everyday life. If I create a wall specifically for you, that's me like loving you from a distance. But is that unconditional though? Because now it's a different kind
of me, I think that's still unconditional because I'm creating a wall. That wall is really a boundary because I told my mom, hey, I don't like that you talk to me this certain kind of way. I don't like that you never taken the time to acknowledge me in ways that you made me feel and how I had to overcome all of that verbal abuse that you gave me at some point in time. And if you cannot correct that now that I'm at the age of 27, 28, then I can't deal with you. I can't operate with you because I've allowed you to think. And my older sister, who was 10 years older than me, 7 years older than me, and my younger sister, who was 10 years younger than me, has allowed you, and even your husband has allowed you to think that the way you have talked to us after all these years are okay. And somebody has to set that boundary, and it's going to be me because I don't like it. Even though it's not trauma for me, it's not haunting me, I think about it. I kind of envy my other friends when I see how much their parents support them and love on them and stuff. And I've never been we've never had the kind of love where it's like, sit on my lap, hey, congratulations, here's a certificate, here's a gold star, and a pack of cookies, you did great. I've never had that relationship, but it's just like I've never really dealt with affectionate words from my mom. Like, my mom, it's no doubt in my mind that the lady loves me to death. I'm her child that has her exact face. We're both Geminis. When I tell I'm her only boy, so I know without a doubt this lady loves me to death, but it's hard prior to a certain point in time for me to actually have her in my adult years say, I love you. It's surprising you would think that if I go to we talked about ballroom and traveling, right? You would think that if I tell my mom, hey, I'm about to get on my flight, I'm going to London for the weekend. So I'll hit you when I get off the flight. You would think her natural words would be to say, I love you. I don't have that mom to say that. You get what I'm saying?
Show me some love.
So I created that wall, which is really a boundary, to say, if you cannot, you don't have to. I'm not telling her how to talk to me. I'm not saying hey, you have to tell me I love you every time we get off the phone. I'm not saying that. I was more so saying you have told me that because I was fighting in school that I was going to end up dead or in jail because I was hanging around certain people who wasn't even dragging it the way you made it seem. You told me I was going to end up on drugs. When you found out I was gay, you told me I was going to die of AIDS. Like, you said these things to me, but you never actually tried to find a way to, like, pull back and say, you know what? Here it is. Like, you're 21. I said these things to you 10 years ago, and you've never been to jail. You've never done a drug before. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. You actually did finish school. You actually got out of school. You actually went to college. Like, you did these different things. You have a chauffeur's license. You went and got a bartender license. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. Like, you actually found the way that works for you, that requires you to work for yourself and find people to work for you to make over this amount of money per month. Like, I just wanted some acknowledgement at some point in time in my life, and I felt like I was not wrong for that because I started to treat her the way I wanted her to.
Like, I'm doing my show and I can, like, think about it too, please. Sorry, James.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so I started to kind of show her the kind of love that I wanted. So I would say things to her. I would, like, compliment her. When I seen her, she was going somewhere. She'd be going outside to go play cards. My mother's she likes poker and stuff like that. She'd go. I'll be like, you look effortlessly cute. Like, you just threw this on. I can tell you really do it on, but you look cold. Like, you look amazing. Your skin looks good. How you feeling? What's going on? I started to talk to her and treat her in a certain kind of way because I wanted that in return. But my mother at that time was so rock hard. It was hard for her to soften up in that moment and, like, start to show that kind of love. Long story short, to get back to the conversation of unconditional love, that was probably 6 years ago plus. She's been so much better, and I feel like with time it gets even better more and more as time go on. So I feel like I kind of created that boundary, and now it's respected all the way around the board, not just for me, but my family as a whole.
So a couple of things. First off, thank you for sharing it. While we're doing this, James, I don't ever want you to feel like, long story short, or like, I don't want to, like, we gonna really do it here. I want this to be a space that's so really, like, no, like, I'm hearing you. If I feel like you saying the same thing, I'll be like, okay, baby, I get it. But no, like, unpack that. Let's do that. Because I'm listening to it. I'm like, you from Baltimore. I'm from Detroit. So these are hard places. Our parents are hard.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm telling my sister in the queue don't move because I want to bring her out when you finish talking.
Okay, so my mom was very much kind of, she never said like she never said anything bad to me or anything like that. But I didn't hear my mom tell me she loved me until, like, my adult years. But my dad loved me down, like, come here, give me a hug, like, very, very affectionate that whole night. However, but wait, right? Very affectionate when I seen him, when he was there, right? So it was like, my mom is hard and she just kind of woman, but she has to be the man. She has to fend for me. She has to be strong in this sort of kind of way. So it's like, we never think about our parents and think like, damn, they didn't have a manual, or like, who taught them how to do this? So I have a lot of forgiveness and grace for the parents. I shout out to anyone who's a parent, like, shout out to them. And even forgiving them for that. And I love the way that you went about it. Just kind of like, you know what? This isn't existing here. Let me create this type of environment. That's what we got to do as young men, as people. Like, if it's not what you want it to be, change it. See what, because she might not even know what that feels like to be like, you look nice today. You look good. Hey, Mom, you look nice. Like, let's kind of do that instead of creating this bitter, depressing space. I told my dad, like, I just told him, like, I forgive you. He like, huh? I said, I forgive you. Yeah, because you wasn't going to say nothing. So let me do it. And we cried and we had a moment, and the relationship is better now. But that was me and as an adult, because I didn't like what was going on.
Okay.
Y'all can check that out on my YouTube.
Where you go, bro?
My dad unpacked that. So YouTube, Chaos Talks, check that out. Great show. Hey, Snooki.
Hold on 1 second. Promise I'm gonna bring you up in a second. Hey, sis.
What's going on, James? How you doing, brother?
What's sis?
Hey, Chaos.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, Chaos?
I'm doing good. It's a lie.
Yeah, just got to work.
Peachy, what's the vibe?
What's the deal, bitch? Hold on, girl. Let me get dressed a little bit because I know people don't want to see all this good vibe.
Put it all on. Put it all on.
Let me bring Promise up while you get dressed, Chi-Chi.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Great.
Promise, where you from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Ooh, what is that?
Africa.
Ooh, okay. All right. Are you enjoying our conversation tonight? Are you enjoying our conversation tonight?
Yeah, I'll like that.
All right, thank you. Well, we appreciate you coming up. Definitely show some love and stick around. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. We would love to see you.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. I just don't know what's going on. Hey, Prince Drama. So, sister, what's the tea? Did you have some thoughts? Because you are really like, you remember, oh my God, y'all, Chi almost had me in tears a couple months ago. Chi did a reading of some sort and said stuff to me, and I'm like, how do you know this? How do you know this? How do you know I felt these ways? And I gagged. Gagged, y'all.
You got the crystals and stuff?
So no, so to you. So basically, so a lot of people don't know this because it's like it's a cultural thing, right? So for me, back after I left Mizrahi, like a lot of people know that I was like on, I was doing drugs, I was out in the clubs, I was out, doing my thing, just living life wild and free, right? And as I started looking for spirituality, I looked into very different religions like Palo and Santeria and Condoble and a whole bunch of different things that I've been around but never really looked into, right? Wicca, crystals, and these things, right? And in 2019, I decided to go into my initiation of Santeria, where I got crowned, where I went to Cuba. I did my year in white. I got crowned Yemaya Oro Saint Lázaro. And basically through that, I was able to develop my spiritual gifts, where I'm able to read cards and I'm able to read people through my spirit guide. So basically, I was able to help people through my spirit guides, through my gypsy, through my other guides, to help people to find themselves, whether they're looking for to get themselves out of a place of imbalance where they need to guidance and help and support and things to get them back on track, or they're in a place of positivity and they want to maintain that and they want to flourish more and more. So one day when I was around James, I was like, brother, you ever got a reading before? And he was like, huh? And so I was talking and out loud to him. Like, so me going, so when I got crowned, a part of when you get crowned is that you go through two processes. The first one is your spiritual guide process to understand who are your spirit guides. So you may have gypsies, you may have Indians, you may have nuns, you may have Congos, there's many forms of spirits. And sometimes your own grandmothers and grandfathers and family can be your own guardian angels, right? But for me, that was the first part. Then the second part is going into the Santeria part, which is the working of the Orisha, right? The word Orisha means Ori means your head, the Sha means protector. So basically, when you get crowned, your Orisha becomes your protector. So when you go through this process, it's a very unspoken about process because a lot of people who practice the religion aren't able to speak about it, like the initiation, because a part of your initiation and everything is what you're taught. So long story short, through the last 5 years, I've been working on developing on my spiritual gifts, which is throwing cards. I'm a clairvoyant. I'm also an empath, so I can heal people through herbs. I can give spiritual baths. Of course, I can do black magic.
Wait. This is a lot of information, and you're saying it so fast. And I think that it should be like translated in such a way, right? So the Orishas and the deities, don't they come into this some type of way?
So each practice of spirituality has its own, have their own deities and their own saints, right? So like in Catholicism and Christianity, we have saints, right? So we have Saint, Santa Barbara, and we have, Saint this, right? And in Santeria, we have Orishas, right? Which is the Yemayas, the Changos, the Eleguas, the Yemayas, right? Right, the Ochuns, right? We have all these Africans, right? Then in voodoo we have Lawaz, and we have all these other things, right? So depending on how you practice, that's the form of higher power that you're praying to or asking for guidance.
So do you charge for your gifts? Do you do readings? How can people contact you if they want a reading?
So the only time I charge is when somebody wants me to do something negative, right? And don't get me wrong, I get to pick and choose what I engage in, right? I've had people come to me wanting to break up relationships. I've had people wanting to come to me to bring people to them. They wanted jobs. If I don't feel like I want to get my spiritual sense in tune with negativity, I'll charge you $500-$600 because you want me to do something negative that I know would hurt somebody else, right? But that's a business, so I can choose to do it or not. but most of the time I choose to help people. So when I'm around people, I can feel it. So can I be honest? Like the day I was around James, I felt the need to tell him the things that I needed to tell him because it came at the right moment for him, where there was things that he was waiting for and things that I was able to confirm and things that I was able to tell him that was able to give him more insights going on in life and things like that. You know what I mean? So I did it to Anthony. I did it to Amor. And it's crazy because something that I told Amor recently just happened. I was like, you're going to move. Life is going to da-da-da. Homeboy, he got a brand new car. He moved into his new place. Things that he listened to helped him align himself to get the things that he was supposed to have many moons ago. But because as people, we don't believe that there's higher powers or people that can throw you off your track and move you along.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Slow down. This is what you need to do. This is how you're going to do it. And if you listen, you'll reap that reward.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So if y'all need a reading or any type of insight, Chi, let's be mindful of language, right? I don't know that everybody just don't believe it. I think sometimes you need to hear about it, see it. It needs to be like, is it tangible? Is it around me? Let's introduce it.
Baby, I don't know if I believe that stuff at first until me and Chi didn't have any conversations about my romantic life, about my personal life with my mom. Y'all, everything I just told y'all, which was why, like, it kind of reminded me. Chi was telling me things about my mom, and she's like, y'all really close, and y'all came from this place, and I'm like, girl, what the fuck? And like, it gagged me for a lot of different reasons. And thank you. And let me take a step back. So Chi, you said you have like the ability to like bring energies to other places that like bring a person to somebody and break a relationship and do stuff like that. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm. So basically, white magic and black magic is a real thing, right? Basically, people are giving gifts in life, right? So I'm going to tell you why people don't believe it, right? Because it's sensationalized and demonized by movies and films, right? When people watch like, oh my goodness, that's demonic and scary. So when people see that, they automatically think negativity, right? But when I see it, I see a blessing because I see something that's not from earth that's coming down to give you advice, right? Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be bad, sometimes it may be things you need to hear. But mainstream society has demonized it, right? Let's talk about Catholicism and let's talk about spirituality, right? What's the difference between going to a church to light a candle, to give an offering, to get, to pray, versus having something in your home where you put your own ancestors, you light your own candles, and you give your own offerings, right? So there's
Can I do one? What's the difference between a prophet in a church and a psychic? Right? We never had these conversations. Like the Holy Spirit coming down and like taking over you, like a demon's taking over you too. So we have to be mindful. Like both of these things exist. I'm really into this, by the way, but I just want to like hear you talk about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. So basically, so black magic and white magic come into play, right? This is the power that we're given, right? So everybody has different abilities. So black magic is negative, right? Black magic is where you want to hurt people, you want to take stuff away. That bitch fucking with my man, I want to ruin her life. That's what people turn to. But in order to do this, you have to have valid reason, because if not, what you put out there as the person who initiated it comes back in return, unless you know how to protect yourself from other forms of magic coming to you, right? White magic is the form of healing, being able to push people along their paths, removing negative energy, but also bringing stuff to them that they need in order to align them, right? So don't you realize when people go to church, they catch the Holy Ghost? What ghost are you catching? If you know what I mean? The same ghost you're catching. So people are able to manipulate, deceive, hurt, remove if they want to. But it's about people's intentions. Can I be honest? The last piece of work that I did, and I'll be fully transparent, was somebody who fucking, like, my personal sister had somebody that was trying to do harm to her. Somebody that was trying to kidnap her. What you think? I'm not the person to fight. I'm not a person with a gun. I took it to my spiritual route. I got his picture, his name, did what I had to do.
Oh, homeboy. No. Let's not get crazy, right?
No, I'm interested. What happened?
But understand
because bitches better be careful with me because I ain't fighting no more.
Brother, I'll send you the
tell me what happened.
Just like, brother, I don't know if it's the space to just keep doing that.
News article. I'll send you the news articles, bitch.
I want them. I need them. Be careful with me, ho.
Did you wait for that?
Huh?
We just was
Who, me?
talking about the lady in the thing and what she said about her mind. Ain't that okay? But be careful
So-
with you.
But that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. This is a form of defense, right? Remember,
That's how baby
spiritual
is a clown.
candle work. Let me tell you something. Botanicas, people go to botanicas and get candles. People can do crystal work. People can do work with herbs. People can do work with a coconut. People could do work with with an egg and water. People could do so many things if they know what they're doing and how to utilize it. And that's the scary. People don't believe it, but as people of color, this is what we were removed from. Thousands of enemies. Again, the reason why it runs parallel is because a lot of the things that we practice as people of color, whether African American, Hispanic, when we were shipped over into various places, we had to hide the practice of our spirituality because the slave owners knew that if we kept practicing it, that we would be stronger than them.
That's
So
right,
now when our land and we became free, people didn't forget the practice. It was now how do we re-invoke the practice of what we learned to teach other people. So if you look at certain countries like Cuba, Africa, and any other Hispanic foreign countries, they are big in spirituality. In Cuba, there's more people who practice spirituality than they do Christianity and Catholicism.
And I hate that for Black people, we just so removed from who we truly are. It's ridiculous. I mean, something as simple as the law of attraction, or the art of seduction, or the 48 like these type of things. We hold this power. Everything that we think about, it's really deep. You know, I think we should really just take some time to.
That's why they tell you be careful what you
Talk about
say.
this in one of our shows, James. I think we should. But the law of attraction is really real, and it's one of the most powerful things we can ever do. What you think is what you'll attract. So I noticed a lot of people, my friends, I told all my girls, I say, meditate, 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 meditate. They can't meditate. I said, let me see your screen time. You look at their screen time, they can stroll on the phone. You can stroll. You can't take 15 minutes a day to set the intention for what you want to have. You can't visualize what you want to see for yourself for next. It's ridiculous, but Chi, everything you're saying is absolutely true. I didn't know that, since you never told me. God damn it, but I like it.
No, and it's also for my protection, right? Because can I be honest? When I'm in bold and I'm around people,
you down here and told everybody, but go ahead.
I can feel let me tell you something. I can feel shit on people. Their hurt, their pain, their agony, their suffering. Even through what they pretend, I already feel it before you even know it. Sometimes I can my spirit can speak to me, and I can tell you something just to make sure that I'm feeling what I'm feeling. So I have to be careful because I'm a spiritual sponge, right? So having that gift, I have to be careful where I go, but also who I allow to have access to, because other people are scared of it. Our community is not open-minded to where they believe that this is what people do. You know what I mean? So I can't be so that I wear white and that I'm out here doing crystals and I'm doing witchcraft and I'm doing negative. You know, people won't be ready for that. People be scared of that shit. You know what I mean? But to me, it helps me. I have my tools that if ever in life I get sick, if something goes wrong, I'm never to fail. Because as long as I have my spirits, I made that initiation 5 years ago that as long as I live, even after I die, I go straight up to heaven. You want to know why? Because I sacrificed my life to give people what it is that they deserve. The help, the happiness, the purity, but the removal from evil. Like, nobody has really seen me in my all white. Like, usually, if you see me outside of work, I wear all white, covered.
I got this one all white number that I wear. I go to California and like do this whole. It's a big thing with me. But
look,
my friend just mentioned that here.
And can I be honest? I'm gonna take y'all a little personal into my life, right? So I mean, y'all can understand that this is serious, right? Look at this.
I never would have thought tonight was gonna give this. I'm super excited.
So basically, these are all all my santos. So basically, these are all my orishas. So basically, each sopera has a different orisha inside of it, which helps me work Obatala, Ochun, Chango, Yemaya. You know, I have my saints down there, right? And then look at my lady. This is my spirit guide. You know what I mean?
How is he?
You know, my gypsy.
Like, do you give her offerings? Like, do you give her money?
Yeah, look, her bottle of champagne, her coffee.
Okay, so she drink.
Her baby, her money.
Girl, mind out fucking screaming. You
Look.
No, because this is what Look,
Girl, I'm so fucking
really
weak.
a lot.
And mine is saying, oh, it's getting too real now. I know mine is saying that doll and it sent her.
No, like
Well, I mean, can I be honest? That's the reality. You know what I mean? That there are people out there that can teach you. Generational curses are real. You know what I mean? Can I be honest? I worked at a hospital, and for many times, I should tell doctors there, medicine can't help people all the time because some things are spiritual. Some things are people are given these curses by other people and things.
I have a question. Okay, so right now I'm working on a campaign for the state of New York City, right? It is going to be to address the crystal meth epidemic in the state of New York. As I'm doing this research, I'm informing research right now. I'm understanding that people become isolated. It's a lot to it, right? In my heart of hearts, I feel like it does start off as like this promiscuous type of drug. But I'm thinking that I'm just believing. I believe this is a spiritual thing. I feel like this crystal meth thing is spiritual. It's become something spiritual. What do you think about that?
So understand this, right? Any addiction comes from people not understanding self-value and self-worth, which also starts from the core, right? So spirituality is the attraction of energy and what you give out and how you manifest it, right? But understand that addiction is a mental thing, right? Yes, people can absorb energies, but that's not the basis of addiction, right? When it comes to crystal meth, any drug or anything that people does is to fill a void, right? But to understand what that void is to understand why you're feeling what you're feeling. So people often associate addiction with spirituality and the absorption of negative energy, which is not that. It's simply the fact of self-value and self-worth, that a person has isolated themselves because of a simple feeling or what their interaction is with society. So because of what they need to oppress, drugs come into play. Crystal meth in general is more of a chemical imbalance. It's been proven in the sense of when people are on crystal meth, they're looking for a feel-good feeling. It's a different feeling than other drugs. When people smoke weed, they're looking for a relaxation. Crystal meth plays a different role because it's filling voids for people that don't have this self-value and self-worth. I know people who are spiritual that do crystal meth. It's nothing to do with spirituality. It's more so to do with the fact of filling a void and the absence of self-value and self-worth. Simple as that.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I agree with that as well. And then this is my last question. And again, thank you so much for just like, this was a lot of information. It's a lot of information. You've been so vulnerable. You talked about you doing drugs as well. Did you becoming spiritual, like finding your spiritual journey, going through that whole process, did that help you with not doing drugs any longer? Did that help you with ending drug usage? What did that look like?
Yes. So can I be honest?
Bitch, you keep saying that, and that just make me think like,
if y'all haven't noticed, that's her thing. Like, that's just her thing. I always care about.
James, let them know, bitch. I'm making a t-shirt. Can I be honest, bitch? Because girls,
give it
to right? It's all 2024. We being honest, right, James? We being straight up honest.
We being honest.
We being honest. So, I was looking for my self-value.
Bitch, you keep saying that.
But when I did find spirituality, I found more of a reason to live. I found more of a reason to want to stay alive than I had before. When you're reassured through certain things, you don't ever doubt it unless you have reason to doubt it. And what I was told the day that I made my initiation was, life will get better. Your financial stability will grow. You know, at the time, I was damn near homeless. At the time, I had just lost my job. But the minute that I started making my progress towards spirituality, my whole mindset and how I treated myself was different because I knew that I just took one of the biggest steps of my life to better myself. So why would I make this big leap of faith to ruin it by continuing to do drugs? That's the reason why I took a small step away from ballroom after when I left Mizrahi, because I had to make a choice. Do I stay in this environment knowing that I can't fight the addiction that I'm facing and the demons that I have? Or do I take time away and give myself the love, the attention, and the embrace that I need because I've given so much of myself to other people? The Kiki scene, ballroom, Mizrahi, that now it's time to love Chi-Chi. Yes, don't get me wrong, I smoke weed, and every now and then I may pop an E-pill, but it's not that I'm looking for it. It's something that I can control because I enjoy it, right? I've rewarded myself in many other ways. So now I don't look for drugs as reward. I look for drugs as a form of just simple entertainment.
recreational use, if you will, right?
Recreational
Thank you
use.
so
I'm
much,
out with my
CC.
girls. I'm away. Let's smoke. Let's hit a blunt. Bitch, we had a club, a rave. We got a pill, a Molly. Let's take that. You know what I mean? But I'm not doing it every week. It's something that I just enjoy.
I really appreciate it. This has been nice. James, this has been nice. Wow. You know what I mean? Wow. Just totally wow. So, you guys, again, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 9 p.m., King or Chaos. I just want to say, like, this conversation with Chi-Chi, I would have to say it's King. I think it's very King. It's very people of color. It's who we are, really. And if you do some research about where you're from, please do some research because there's power in, like, your guys. I'm so thankful I've been so guided this far. I'm not getting into it, okay? None of your goddamn business. But I think it's just for everybody to just do your research and find out about what that looks like for you. I've enjoyed this, and I have to go live every single day now. So I feel like for the people who like the rap stuff, we gotta do more. So tomorrow, I got a new party I'm hosting. If you in New York, pop out, Lambda, Brooklyn. Oh, it's going down.
Girl, you need to go live early tomorrow and promote.
I'm gonna get ready on the thing. I'm gonna just start on it.
Chaos, I'll do one better for you. When you ready, I'll do a live reading with you on Bigo, me and you one-on-one with the cards read.
I'm built different.
And bitch,
I'm built different.
We'll start showing people the power of spirituality because if one thing I love to do, I like to make them know it. So bitch, if we can make people believers, let's start with a reading and then we can start getting people on and start reading them on there.
What if the people be like, look, that shit you pulled in OA, it's still on you. I don't want them to know. No, I'm just allowed to say.
Baby, when you gotta take care of your business, Miss Thing.
That shit you pulled in OA, bitch, back at you. But no, we can do it. This was fun. I'm gonna call y'all. We're gonna talk.
We'll do.
Y'all know I got the situation. It's a lot. I gotta handle it. I'll be live tomorrow though, for sure. Let's talk more.
No problem. Thank you for bringing me up. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, y'all too. Have a good night. So y'all, that is the end of King of Chaos. I think this was a really, 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 really cute. Let me get her down because she gagging. This is a really, really cute show. No shade. It got really crazy in here. We see dolls and Chucky and Chaos and Chi-Chi and a little bit of Lips. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I think this show was really, really good. I understand the Chaos has things going on over there, but I really feel like this was a lot to take in. It was funny because things happen for a reason, right? And the reason I say that is because when I was looking at our agenda of like what else we needed to talk about, I could not seem to understand how we was going to segue right over into that. Like I was not really sure how we was going to segue over to that from this conversation we're having. Since I meant to put you in one, I'm so sorry. What's going on?
Take me out.
She gets. Yeah, so I didn't know how we was going to like segue over into that. However, we will save those for next week's episode. I have things that I want to talk about. I have to unpack about some shit. No shade. If you don't know what Napoleon Complex is, look that up. I want to talk about it. No shade. If you don't know what trauma dumping is, look that up. I want to talk about that. And you know, these are things that I see, I've dealt with, I'm dealing with. And it's a lot to handle. So I just want y'all to, you know, take the time out to look at it. Just maybe, and you know what's funny? We at a time in the world right now where we can go to TikTok and you can type in Napoleon Complex, and I'm pretty sure there's so many different scenarios and situations of what that is exactly. So if you're not following me already, go ahead up there and push that button, that plus sign, and follow me. I did not make it to my goal. My goal is 5K every show. Every show, my goal is 5K as of now. And I'm kind of sad about that, but you know what? Shit happens, y'all. We're going to be consistent with this. We're going to get chaos on this app because this app needs chaos. This app needs chaos. And not the kind of chaos that they've already been bringing. We need that chaos. We need the chaos. You know what I'm saying? We need chaos talks. So I appreciate y'all for coming here. Definitely. I appreciate y'all for coming here. We about to segue right over into our regular life and regular live and just sit and key and vibe. I have not seen the queen. Can somebody find her? But we about to sit and key and vibe. I'm about to go downstairs. I don't know what Josh is down there burning, but we about to figure it out. People are such a key. The text messages I was getting was so funny to me. Josh cannot cook. I'm gagging. The bowl central. I thought it was the doll. I feel like that's what you was like, whoa. I'm not about to be on live all night. I just want to throw that out there because I've been on live all day. All day. Hey, Kia.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going on?
You ain't got none?
Ain't shit. Just got finished eating. Was that a gift to me?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Thank you.
I ain't get it.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Y'all heard what
Send me another one.
Send me another one. Bitches better keep it cute before I get y'all dead.
I was over there, right? Over there listening. I was over. Thank you, baby. I was over there listening. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about that. That he didn't speak on that.
I thought you wanted me to teach you how to feed them.
You have to be very careful.
Hold on, kid.
Fucking with that type of stuff.
Not this thing.
Okay.
This would have been the start. Same thing.
No, that's more in depth. This is like.
No, I promise it's the same thing. It's meat.
How do you see this? This is not what you see.
So those of y'all who over there who was listening to the stuff that
She got it.
Me?
Yeah.
I thought this is what you wanted me to do.
Yeah.
What?
You was lying to the queen, then you been lying. Girl, people be trolling so bad.
Okay. Those of y'all that was over there listening, one thing that he left out, because I really believe like the stuff that he was saying, but one thing he left out, that shit will drive you crazy if you play with the wrong shit. You have to be very, very mentally ready when you start dipping and dabbling in that shit. It will drive you crazy, bitch. You will start seeing shit. You will start hearing shit. You will start thinking shit. The mind is one thing.
Here being trained to make you feel all them ways.
Yes. See, like, I consider myself to be two-spirited. Like, I don't want y'all to use this against me, but I don't feel like a biological woman. I know I'm not a biological woman. Like, I know I'm not a biological woman. I'm a trans woman, and I know that I'm a trans woman. I'm just like, I'm two-spirited. Like, I can feel things and see things and all of that stuff, and I don't go no further than that. I don't go no further than that. But when you start digging into stuff like that,
Here, look.
You gotta be careful.
Still, after a month, still got my name. You still got me in your mouth? Bitch, you still making money off my name? Emojis in the comments, please, y'all. Still making money off my name, girl. I'm living a happy, Rosa. Motherfucking life.
Can you tell him?
You are still.
Can you tell him it's insane?
Money off of you, boo-boo. What the fuck, girl? Why?
Girl, no one's taking no money off of you, boo-boo.
We're gonna get to it now.
No one's thinking about you, boo-boo.
I'm solidified. I'm good.
We're gonna talk about it, y'all. Wait a
I'm
minute.
living a good life, girl. You're miserable. You're still talking about me. Girl, you're still talking about me while you're miserable down there in that one bedroom. You're still fucking talking about me, girl. What the fuck? Bitch, you ain't got shit else better to do? You don't have nothing else better to do but talk about
you're nobody's not talking about you.
You're still sitting down there with that bag, honey.
Kid, you want that tea or you good?
I'm
All
ready.
right, well,
I'm good on
I'm,
it. You know
yeah,
they
I'm ready
gonna
to
bring it
talk.
to they're gonna bring it to the yeah,
And
they gonna bring it
I
to
hope they
the
don't hold these
they gonna
comments
bring
with
it
me
to
too
the
much,
thing.
and I just got off work. Her name,
Yeah, but
the queen here. Hi, queen.
you gotta
Hey, KK.
you gotta be you gotta be somewhat spirit like you gotta be in touch. I think it's levels to it, and I think Chi Chi is at like he took himself to like a high level of it. But you gotta be everybody's supposed to have a little bit of spirituality in them. Like you're supposed to pay attention. Like y'all ever notice that some people just do not like me? That's because my energy don't sit well with some things. And it's always been that way. Some people just do not like me. When I say they do not like, and if you ask them why, they're not gonna be able to tell you. My energy don't line well with certain, with certain stuff. You're supposed to be able to pay attention to. I feel things. I can feel things when I go around certain people and shit. I can feel it. I can feel certain things or whatever, but you have to be careful. Like when you indulge in certain stuff, because if you're not ready for it, it can girl your background baby, your background is
Is it bad?
man.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's perfect now.
You told me. I could have
It's perfect.
I be forgetting my phone don't be on voice isolation.
Yeah,
And I know
Yeah,
how
it's
it is trying
perfect.
to talk with somebody
Yeah,
out of the loud
but
background.
you
I
have
know
to
you was scared.
Yeah, you gotta be like
Tell me about that.
you will tap into stuff like you're not supposed to tap into certain things if you're not ready for it. If you're not ready for so don't sit and go trying to be cast no spells or nothing. I missed the last part of Kind of Chaos, y'all, into the voodoo. Ain't nobody into voodoo.
Rudy, don't come be.
Do not attach my son name
Rudy,
to no
stop being
voodoo.
cute.
Do not, James. Let me ask you a question. Can we get like kind of personal?
Yeah.
For the viewer. Like
It depends because I don't play certain stuff with them.
I can remember. I mean, it ain't. Come on now. Come on now. I ain't get ready to sit on here and tell neither one about business. I ain't stupid. Now I've noticed that like you became a little bit more conscious to things because at one point you were very much like you were kind of like girl whatever. So now that you have became more so conscious of things, have you been more like have you been noticing more bad energy and like how people are and all that stuff? Because I believe at one point you was just like you gave everybody the same benefit of the doubt.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I feel like it's been a few, like maybe like a few small little years that I've been feeling different and like kind of changing, because I catch certain energies in advance. Because I definitely used to start off with like everybody started off good. It's like, I mean, I may have heard this or I may know this, but you ain't never did it to me, so I ain't really worried about it, that kind of thing. But if you notice,
Right.
like there was people since like over the last couple years who I just don't deal with because I see what type of person they are, and I ain't really trying to wait to see if it's gonna happen to me because I already seen it. I done seen you do it to other people, so you're very open to doing it. Think about it, Miss Abamaga Orchis Garga Uchi heads, Miss Ema Rieg. People like that, I prefer not to deal with.
Got you. Because I've noticed it. Like I've noticed that you're a changed person. Like you like as much as people probably think you're around 1,000 people and you this and that, you are very much guarded about yourself. You are very much guarded about yourself than what you was at some point. But I keep telling people one thing that they have to know about you. Once you put something out there, to this motherfucker, he's gonna figure it out. He's gonna figure a way out to eat.
Baby, y'all better ask.
But it's just like some energy is big. Like some people just like it's so hard. I don't really know how like I've heard people say like if you put money under a candle and light it, and you leave it there for a certain amount of time. I don't know if I believe in direct stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I believe in that type of stuff. I'm not sure if I believe in that type of stuff, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how I feel about that because that's giving me like magic a little bit. But I do believe in like manifestation. I believe that if you keep on saying something, keep on saying some things, it's gonna happen. I believe that. But I don't really know about hocus pocus though.
Who, Keisha? She came up. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if
I think she kind of look. I depends on what her pictures look like.
I can get to my next star. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I do. I've always heard people say like, yeah, the power of the tongue. I've always heard people say like, baby, watch what you say out your mouth. Watch what you say out your mouth because I've heard people say that or whatever. And I do know that like you can put yourself just around certain people and certain shit will happen. I do believe in that. It's some stuff I do. It's some of that stuff I do kind of believe in. Some of it I don't. But then I think that's kind of unfair because you know they say we pick and choose everything that we want to believe. What y'all think about that?
Hold on. Okay, I'm about to show you something. You about to get. I know you about to read. Look.
Oh my God! I know it already.
Come on, Anna.
People say pay it, but I'm saying. So listen to this, y'all. So for those of y'all who believe in the Bible, right, and y'all believe in it, the Bible. So let's just talk about the homosexuality part for a second. If you are transgender, you are not a homosexual. You are a transgender. So that will X you out of the equation, which we all know is not true, right? Also, if I was to if I was to start having sex with a trans man, I would still be a trans woman, right? But that would be considered heterosexual, right? So would I go to heaven because I'm sleeping with? Would I go to heaven because I'm fucking pussy? Or suppose I never have sex again, but I still stay as Monique. Because remember, it says people who sleep with the same sex. So suppose I just stay Monique, but I don't sleep with anybody. Then that means I'm going to heaven? Come on now, y'all. Y'all got to know better than that. Y'all got to know that shit was man-made. You got to know that shit was man-made. You got to know that some of that stuff was written to make, to make certain things a certain way. Y'all know better than that. The body is just a shell, baby. It's a shell, and it ain't gonna be here. That's why when people be saying all that stuff that they be like,
but they not sleeping.
The body is a shell. This shit goes
He's having an invasion. I wouldn't recommend that because I might mess with the wall. Huh? Alien invasion? Oh, she ain't never coming down.
Fuck them kids.
He is never coming down. He must be up.
Yeah. If it was time for you to leave the live, you should have just left without even telling us. For real. You should have just left. I can't take people to tell you they about to do something.
Fuck them kids. Yo, I would do anything in the world right now. I would do anything in the world right now for Laffy Taffy.
What?
Girl. Why you gay? My lips dry shot though. You don't have no lip? You got lip?
I'm gonna try to drink one of these per day.
What?